Hello, everybody. Welcome to WCW episode 82. I am Swarls, and it's Thursday, but we're doing WCW. What a weird world. If you didn't see the community post or the tweet, um, AEW seems very unlikely to happen this week. Um, the Knicks could get eliminated tonight. That would be possible. But even then, I don't know if we would be able to stream because last time I talked to Nick, he told me he might have strep throat. So not looking great for an AEW stream this week. So I basically just decided to... Yeah. Thursday to me is like my stream day. So we moved WCW to Thursday. That's pretty much it. Why is there a Gimp? He's in trouble. As a Gimp should be. But yeah, we're here with WCW. We're sold out is just about here. Well, Nitro is just about here, but sold out is coming. So we'll have Nitro. We'll have the go home show for sold out, which is gonna have to be like jam packed full of shit because we have to set up like half the card. We maybe didn't time this out the best. Then we'll do sold out, and then it'll probably be like more Notepad time. This is gonna be like 3 WCWs in a row with Notepad time. That's crazy. The Notepad fans, rise up. This is your moment. But yeah, we're about to do Nitro, and we are coming off of this Clash show, this 100 rated Clash show, which was a Nitro only brand show, where we had Steve Austin retain over Jumbo, Big Van Vader beat Rick Rude. That's like the one thing I know. Well, we're probably not going to do it on this Nitro. We'll probably just announce it. We're going to do Big Van Vader and Rick Rude. Because they've been feuding. They're 1-1 now. We're going to do like a rubber match on TV. But also it'll be a #1 contenders match. So we'll probably announce that on Nitro tonight. Stan went to double counter with Terry Gordy. That's going to be a big triple threat mess. Ultimo beat Marty. Ultimo's just kind of moving on to the next contender. I had a moment of insanity and thought we were letting Bam Bam walk, and then I was like, wait, no, we're letting Tully Blanchard walk. So maybe Bam Bam should have won this, but the feud can continue either way. It's fine. I don't think I need to keep running down the card. We can just get to Nitro. We don't really worry about any of these people that have major, like... So, Koloff is leaving. Ultimate Warrior is leaving. Dr. Death is a problem, though. I don't really know why Dr. Death is so mad. We've tried giving him money, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, he's happy. I had to up the money. I had to give him 200 grand. But yeah, like Warrior and Koloff, we don't care. Those guys are about to leave like any second now. Wait, what? Oh, no. I read that wrong. I thought that said he was here for 540 more days. And I was like, no, it expires on the 27th. That's in 4 days. And I think Warrior might be the same. Yeah. They should do jobs on this Saturday night we're going to book. Which is also weird because it's the go-home show. So we have to build all that stuff and then also squeeze in those guys doing jobs. Alright, where are we going? Where haven't we been in a while? Haven't been to the Midwest since mid-December. Let's head over here. Oh, and not since we went to the Metrodome, of course. Let's not go to Minnesota then. It seems like Minnesota's probably good there for a while. Let's go to Kansas City, Missouri. I should probably just farm creative finishes. I have a pay-per-view coming up. Likely, okay. Near certainty for Bam Bam Bigelow, okay. Big gamble for Steve Austin, alright. You know what, let's maybe get a storyline idea just in case I need to juice a story. That didn't work, alright. Edge, Christian, and Dudley's debut this year, maybe they could join develop. I mean, there's no real rush to get those guys in developmental. It's not like WWE's gonna sign them or anything. Bam Bam says he thinks Ultimo Dragon has a bright future and that he'd be willing to put him over. I'll be a son of a bitch. Let's do that tonight. We don't have any plans. Ultimo's a face, you're a heel. Let's do this. Great idea, Bam Bam. Wendy has a character idea. I mean, if it's a good idea, we'll think about it. Jericho and Rick Rude butted heads. Oh no, Chris, buddy, this is not the time. Taue ribbed the locker room. All right. Pillman and Great Sasuke have been spending a lot of time together. Yeah, that checks. A couple of psychos. Training. All right, great. Everyone does love Ultimo. This is like the third time someone's been like, I want to put over Ultimo. And I've been like, okay. Alright, so we're going to start. We're going to do In the Ring. I would say this is hype. Eric Bischoff will be there, but he's simply going to stand in the background. And then Rick Rude and Vader will cut a promo. But basically this is just, Eric Bischoff, earlier today I met with the WCW board of directors, and they have decided that next week on Nitro, Big Van Vader, Rick Rude, you guys are 1-1. We're going to settle it with a rubber match, and the winner of that match will be the #1 contender for Steve Austin's WCW title, if he is still the champion. A better way to say that would be, we'll face the winner of Steve Austin and Ricky Steamboat. That's probably a better way to say that. Yes. Yeah, Ultimo's just like, alright, yeah. How over is Ultimo now? No. Alright, yeah. 70. Oh yeah, you're up a lot over the you were 55 3 months ago, and now you're a 70. That checks out. That's more than 3 months ago, but you get what I'm saying. He's up like 15-ish points. So let's see. Ultimo Super Brawl's the next Nitro pay-per-view. That's 2 things away. Who do I have him going against? Oh, Negro Casas, sure. I mean, Bam Bam is still feuding Sabu. Let's just do fucking Ultimo versus Bam Bam. Mano y mano. Honestly, since Bam Bam just wants to put him over, I don't even think... Like, let's just do, like, Sabu at ringside. I don't even think he has to do interference. I just want to get the fucking... Because I suspect this will be a good match. Let's say Sabu is at ringside to, like, stop Paulie from trying to help Bam Bam. Like, Paulie, gets his phone out, and Sabu, like, snatches the phone and, like, throws it on the ground or something like that. Allowing Ultimo to simply pin Bam Bam Bigelow. No, light heavyweight title's not on the line. Bam Bam is a little over the weight limit. Is there a plan to turn light heavyweight title into cruiserweight? I mean, not really. It's the same. Like, it's just a word. It's just a word in a title. I mean, we could. It makes, like, no difference to me whatsoever. Oh, we want to do... Alright, let's... Rude is cutting a promo, but I need to see if him and Marty work as a tag team. So we're going to book Rick Rude and Marty Jannetty in a dark match tag. Because that might be a thing we do. Against the Headhunters, who I'm sure they will wrestle on TV at some point if we start pushing them as a tag. Give Marty the win. He probably needs it more. Light heavyweight. I mean, the weight limits are... the weight limits are fucking work, bro. I mean, Alright. We need to do a big promo. I don't know if this is going to do great. But basically... Steve Williams is going to be mad. Because Dr. Death took on... he went for the Triple Crown against Misawa. Match got... I think we did... I don't remember if we did this or if this was the headcanon I went afterwards, but we kind of went, like, he get lost because of, like, Gordy and Stan interfering. So now we're going to do a promo where Dr. Death, who is a babyface, but he's going to be like, Stan, what the hell? You cost me a Triple Crown. He's going to be like, that wasn't me. It was Terry Gordy. And they're going to, these three guys are going to yell at each other. How's things been going for JPL? Oh, they're going. Gordy, Death, Hanson, yell at each other. You know what? We probably need to go over these storylines real quick. Like this. This is done. Marty and Ultimo. That is done. Miracle Alliance Connection explodes. This is still going, but now Stan Hansen is going to be in it. So we should remove him from the Triple Crown scene. And we should add him to Miracle Violence Connection explodes. Boom, bam, bam. That's going to continue. Battle. This is. So we're not touching the Saturday night ones. Triple Crown scene. We have Misawa. We have Necro. All right, Negro Casas is not going to be in this anymore. I don't know why he was. Oh, I guess the Sting match had a storyline. We want Kobashi in this because we're definitely going to get Kobashi involved. U.S. title. Later Rude is continuing at least for a week. Tenryu Sasuke, that is over. Tenryu, you are in this now. Weirdly enough, you are in the Four Horsemen feud. I feel like JPL will go to the same places, but yeah, I do feel like that push might go a lot like the Razor Ramon push, where we try it for a couple months and then I just go like, I'm wasting my time. But we'll see. And yeah, Jumbo, Ricky, Steve. Jumbo, I guess, would be out of this. Well, I guess we'll just leave this for now for Ricky and Steve. Alright, so what do we need to add? Jumbo and Pillman. That's going to be a storyline. Ultimo Negro Casas for the light heavyweight title. Oh, I should have just kept... Well, whatever. Light heavyweight title. Ultimo Negro Casas. I'm not going to start the tag title feud yet because I don't actually know if we're doing that. Then Owen and Regal we're still doing. Did I keep that one going? No? Okay. We'll keep these for now. This is fine. Speaking of Negro Casas, I think he should win a match against a light heavyweight. Because, like, even though he's a light heavyweight, you know, he's been doing stuff. He wrestled Sting at Clash. He's kind of been dipping his toes into the heavyweight division. Let's stop that. Let's have him wrestle... Damn, Norman Smiley is 238 according to this. That's a work, brother. Sean Waltman. I forgot we brought Sean Waltman back out of Dev. Why did we do that? All right, well, Sean Waltman and Negro Casas. I'm gonna tell these guys to cook. Negro Casas is going to win. And then he is gonna cut a promo. Let me just double... I think I've checked this before, but let me just make sure here. Fluent English. Okay, great. Alright, he's going to cut a promo. I'm going to let him cook. where he's going to cut a promo. It's time for me to focus on the light heavyweight title. Ultimo Dragon, your ass is mine. Okay. You know what? I have an idea for the main event. Let's do Sting and Kobashi. I said Kobashi to turn, right? I did that, right? Yes, I did. Okay, great. Perfect. Have I done them in a singles match before? Boy, they have wrestled many, many times. But I think I've avoided the singles match until this Nitro, so that's fun. 16. Sting is going to win. We're going to make it open. This is your main event of the evening. Then we're going to do an angle afterwards. Where Sting is going to, like, he's going to offer a handshake to Kobashi afterwards. And Kobashi's, let's do it like this. Let's do Kobashi works in the crowd. Let's do Sting, victim. Let's do Misawa, attacker. Basically, after the match, Sting's going to offer Kobashi, he's going to be like, hey, hell of a match, kid, you know, offer him a handshake. And Kobashi's going to, you know, he's going to stare at the hand. He's going to look at the crowd. They're going to, you know, hopefully the crowd's going to go shake his hand. And then before he can, Misawa's going to attack Sting. But we are planting the seed for the Kobashi face turn here. Alright, let's see. Pillman. Alright. Chat, how do we jumpstart Pillman and Jumbo? What are they feuding about? What's the beef? Austin could just cut a promo. There is a pay-per-view on fucking Sunday. Steve Austin. I'm just gonna call this character development. He could also talk about Jumbo. I beat that fat piece of shit Jumbo. I beat that old bastard. I got another old bastard. Oh, it's sold out. What? Pillman mocking him for... Yeah, that probably makes sense. That's the most straightforward reason. We got Jerry Lynn, we got Mike Austin. Alright, let's do this. Let's do backstage. Jumbo Tsuruta being interviewed by Eric Bischoff. You know, Jumbo Tsuruta, this past Tuesday, Clash of the Champions, you know, you were unsuccessful in your title match. You know, how do you feel about that? And Jumbo's going to be like, well, you know, a tough match. And then before he could say much, Dangerous Alliance is going to walk up. So that'll be Pillman. He'll talk. I guess Paul can talk. And Mike Awesome should be there. And as you said, they're gonna talk shit to him, be like, "Oh, you blew your chance. I wouldn't have blown that chance. I would have beaten Steve Austin, no problem." My former, did we do the, did we make Austin and film in a team? Did we did that? Did we do that? Is this the universe where the Hollywood Blondes never happened? I don't know. Point stands, I would have beaten Steve Austin, unlike you. Austin's right about you. You're a slob. And he's gonna be like, well, if I'm a slob, how about you wrestle me tonight? And he's gonna be like, I didn't bring my gear, but my friend Mike here will wrestle you. Okay, good. TEW 2020 was so long ago. Let's do Jumbo and Mike Awesome. As much as I want to tell them to just drop each other on their heads, we do need a storytelling match, and I feel like we are certainly telling a story here. Jumbo can get the win. We will do botched interference from Brian Pillman. Bing, bang, boom. And that's it. That's 87 minutes. I mean, that's... Boy. Okay, have a lot of stars down on this show. I think the tag champs should just cut a promo. I think they should. Let's call this character development. Dustin, Ron, Dusty. They're Owen. They're open to challengers. That's a weird way to phrase that, but you guys know what I mean. We'll take on anybody, yada yada. We're babyface champions. Let's open with let's open with the book this dummy promo. Let's open with that. And then Negro Casas and Shaw Waltman. I think that's a fun opening match. And then the Negro Casas promo right afterwards. Swap these. Yeah, I think that's good. Hard to say what this is going to get. I think Sting and Kobashi should be a really good match, but I also think it might get, like, low heat. So I'm actually going to guess low on this and say, like, an 89. Okay, Rick Rude and Mario Jannetty have neutral chemistry. That'll do. $89 for this promo? Thought we'd get in the 90s for this. That's a little disappointing. I mean, so far in their two singles matches, I think they got a 98 and a 99, so I have high hopes for their big match on Nitro next week. 71 for Negro Casas and Sean Waltman. You know, I saw Sean Waltman and was just like, oh yeah, Sean Waltman, that'll do a good rating. I forgot he was in Smoky Mountain for a reason. I somehow forgot that. But this was fine. A 71 is fine. 68, Negro Casas did not do well. You know, sure. That's to be expected. 74 for this. That is fine. For like a little 4-minute backstage thing. I will take that. 77 for Jumbo and Mike Awesome. Good. That's all Jumbo, but that, that's fine. That's what you have big stars for. 60. These promos with these three are not. These have not been going great. I mean, this one was rough because they didn't. You know, I was just like, all right, guys, got 6 minutes. Although, I mean, for Dusty, that's Dusty's been doing that his whole career. He should be good at that. 86 for these three guys. I'll take that. I was a little worried about this. This match could be nuts. I was really, really disappointed that Dr. Death and Terry Gordy had bad chemistry, but like adding Stan to the match, you know, not just is that going to save us from the bad chemistry, but Stan is like a gigantic star in our universe. So that's going to make this like a big match. 90 for Ultimo and Bandit. This is why everyone wants to put him over. Pilgrim vs. Austin feud again could, yeah, that could be interesting. I mean, they're both heels right now, but I don't know if we've ever had Pillman as a babyface. He might have been babyface when this mod started in '92, but we turned to him like pretty immediately because it's Brian Pillman. So yeah, he's probably been a heel for like 3 straight years now. 100. What? I said 100. What? That's why he's the world champion. What? Okay, this all right. This got an 89. That's fine. That is a good TV main event. Did we get the? No. This is a hot feud. I guess because. Actually, I have no idea why. We just added Sting to an existing one? Is that what we did? I don't know. I'm not worried about it. 75 for us teasing. Oh, maybe Kobashi. Ah, no, just kidding. He got beat up. 93. I underestimated myself. A good Nitro. And we snuck Kobashi into a singles match main event. We're just we're getting him up the card a little bit, you know? $750,000, sure. Pop recap. Maritimes. Let's go, Maritimes. Kent's got an inconsistency penalty. Well, the only way he's going to get more consistent is if we keep poking him. I don't know if that's true in the game, but in real life, that's how it's supposed to work anyway. Oh, Warrior is fully recovered from his injury. Perfect. Rubbing my hands together. We would have been so bummed if I went to book him and it was like he's hurt. Although if he could work through it, we would have just set him out there. Who cares? Don Crunolo retirement. Sad day. Do you guys think Warrior's gonna, like, even go anywhere? Do you think WWF's gonna take him back? It's weird to think about. Well, I was going to say it's weird to think about him in that era of WWF, but I guess not really. He shows up in 96. Although when he shows up in 96, it is weird. He does feel like a relic. It's crazy how, like, 1992 and 1996 WWF feel so different, but, like, 2015 and 2025 or whatever WWE, like, it doesn't feel that different. Although I guess it does. I don't know. This man, Nikita Koloff, was like, I cannot wait 2 more days. I want to leave right now. I am done with this. Yeah, man, you can go. Farewell. We don't need that gear or TV. Okay. We need to figure out what's going to happen with this Nippon TV one. Because I'm pretty sure that's the events one. And I'm pretty sure what happened is we didn't fulfill the amount of events we said we were going to do. Because if we go to extend it, they just go like, no. So, like, what happens when this runs out, but we still owe them events? Does it roll over? Do we still have to... Like, I don't know. That's never happened to me. Do we jump ship to TV Asahi? Oh, TV Asahi's medium risk. So they wouldn't be as big of sticks in the mud. Oh, that's tempting. We would like to be prime time because an 82 ain't shit. They want a minimum of 24. See, this is where we got into issues with although I think we're doing 12 a year now, so it should be fine. Okay, we have that TV Asahi deal. We have a deal with both. I don't know what's gonna happen when we run this pay-per-view. I suppose we're still gonna be on Nippon TV for this one, but I don't know. I'm just gonna tell it run whichever one you feel like, game. Then it's gonna decide. Actually, maybe I should just ask to end the deal. Contract which would cost $4 million. Cancel immediately. Go ahead. Chat, should we cancel this events contract for Nippon TV, or should we? Does anyone know what's going to happen when the time runs out and we don't give them the 12 episodes? Too much money. It's a lot of money, but also, like, it's not that much money. Like, we have $72 million. It is too much to get out of a contract, but also, like, we could afford it. Let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens when we run sold out. Alright. Yeah, this is going to be a learning experience for all of us. It doesn't seem like anyone knows what's going to happen. So I'll be the guinea pig, and we can see. New England. We haven't been to New England in a while. Probably because we don't draw that well in New England. Let's go. Let's go Mid-Atlantic. Last time we went to Maryland. Let's go to North Carolina. Why are these venues all so big? That's just how they built them back then, I guess. All right. I can see why we went to the Capitol Center. That is the best sized one. We're gonna go to the Dean Smith Center at Chapel Hill. Safe bet, okay. A near certainty for Sabu. That is, he is not on this brand. Another safe bet, okay. Safe bet. Okay, that's a lot of safe bets. That'll be good. I would like a near certainty for the Steamboat Austin main event. And I don't know if we have one, but that would be great. I guess we still have the night of the show. Speaking of Steamboat, let's see. Ooh, heat between Rick Rude and Arn Anderson. Randy Savage is such a better stooge than Dax in AEW. I know I say it every time, but it's true. As the great Bobby Fish once said, folks, where's the lie? Roddy Piper, everyone told road stories, great. Giant Warrior and Sherry Martel butted heads back. That is an interesting fight. Eddie Gilbert and Widowmaker got into a heated argument. All right, Eddie, chill. All right, we got to do a big promo with the Horsemen, where Arn and Kurt are basically going to come out here and be like, you know, Tully Blanchard, we sent him packing. You know, we hurt him so bad he's leaving WCW. You'll never see his yellow belly again. What are you going to do now, Flair? And then Flair's going to come out and be like, you know, the Nature Boy always has a plan. And then, oh, I didn't even fucking set Tenryu to switch brands, I don't think. Oh, no, I did. Perfect. And then Tenryu's going to show up and kick these guys' ass. Surprise. Horsemen call out Flair. He has Tenryu as backup. Flair and Tenryu take Arn Kurt out. Oh, I did add him. Okay, I was on top of things last week. And then later, I want a backstage promo with Kurt and Arn where they're pissed. They're yelling, they're screaming, you know, Tenryu, you big son of a bitch, you're sticking your nose in our business. You know, the Bob just yelling and screaming, basically setting up the matches because it'll be Ric Flair versus Kurt, and then Arn will be like, you know, and I'll take the big guy. So they're gonna yell and scream and set up singles matches. All right. How can we? Tenryu is definitely for sure wearing a suit. He's like absolutely. Maybe I can see him using like a cane, like a, you know, like a fancy, like a pimp cane. I don't know. That just feels right for some reason. Okay. We are going to do a 4-minute promo. And let's do like 2 minutes. Uh, 2 minutes, outside broadcast, video, pre-tape. Oh, this is a surprise. Ultimate Warrior is alive. All right, so here's how I imagine this. It's like the Steiners are in the ring with like Vampiro and Widowmaker. I probably should have had them like standing there or whatever. And then this video plays, and then the Warrior comes out, and then I don't know, for some reason JPL is also there, and we got a 6-man tag. You know it. As we will have Rick, Scott, and the Ultimate Warrior taking on Vampiro, the Widowmaker, and John Paul Levesque. And you already know that crazy bastard John Paul is beating the Warrior. Oh, Ultimate Warrior's extremely unhappy? That's crazy. That who could have seen that coming? And then we just have like we've already booked a lot of promos, so we really just gotta like squeeze a bunch of matches on at this point. Decisive, yeah, sure, decisive. Why not? Do we want burial? That seems like a lot. I don't really want to hurt his popularity as much as I want to help JPL's. So I guess that would be domination, but I think that hurts the match. Yeah, I don't want to dominate. No, like burial seems like it hurts Warrior more than it helps John Paul. I think I'm just gonna leave it. He's gonna be fucking dragging ass as it is. Eddie and Catch. Okay, we're just like come on, APL. Okay. The Coven. Let's figure out the main event. I think 6-man tag with the 3 champions. I think that's a great main event. So you got Steve Austin, you got Randy Savage, and you got Cactus Jack. They're all heels. Maybe we should have a babyface champion on this team, on this brand. And they'll take on Ricky Steamboat, Eddie Guerrero, and Dan Severn. Big time main event. Who needs the momentum? Steve's is neutral. Does anyone have poor U.S. title? Cactus is poor. It seems like the heels actually need to win going into this, which is not what I would have expected, but here we are. All right, so let's see. I don't really want, let's maybe do like, let's do Savage. No, because Savage is going over Eddie a lot. Let's do Austin Tainted on Steamboat. I think that's a good finish. All right, let's do... what are we doing with Slinger and Battle Cat? I mean, we could just keep booking 6-man tags. No one's here to stop me and tell me I can't. Let me see what's actually going on with some of these storylines. Why are you keeping guys like Alfred? No reason. They're just here. Some of them are. I think like Joey Maggs must be on like a handshake deal because he never goes away. I usually just wait for their contracts to run out, but his contract does not run out. He's just staying here forever. What's going on with Slinger and Battle Cat? Battle Cat defeat Al Perez. Or just Slinger. Al Perez is here, so we can lose to Battle Cat. That's very important. Battle Cat, Slinger attacks Battle Cat. Richard Slinger. I am a serious wrestler. I hate cartoons. I will end the Battle Cat. Jimmy Valiant, what do you mean we're cartoons? All right, so this has been a very logical and good feud. I mean, we can all agree on that. I mean, I think I'm just going to do the 6-man tag that I was looking at. I think I'm going to do. And I'll give this one the storytelling. It's going to be Battle Cat with his good friends, Terry Funk and Roddy Piper, taking on Richard Slinger, Avalanche, and Dave Finlay. What a match! just guys being dudes. I think Battle Cat should actually pin Slinger here, and that should fucking piss him off. You know, let's just have all those guys fight afterwards. It's like 4 minutes. So that was Slinger. He's fighting Battle Cat. Then we have Avalanche. We have Dave Finlay. We have Terry Funk. We have Roddy Piper. Folks, we love 6-man tags. And by we, I mean I. I love 6-man tags. I'm going to do an angle where Terry Funk and Roddy Piper and Jimmy Valiant yell. Basically, just going to be like, you know, Jimmy Valiant going, "Can you believe what that guy Richard Slinger said about my boy Battle Cat? He's calling us, he said we were cartoon characters." And then Terry Funk's going to be like, "Oh, cartoon. I've never been a cartoon character in my damn life." And then Roddy Piper. Each guy keeps going more and more over the top, yelling about how they're not cartoon characters. And it is Richard Slinger and Avalanche and Dave Finlay who are wrong. Yes, the Wile E. Coyote. Yeah, and then fucking Tweety Bird. All right. Everything that's like happening at the pay-per-view is like we're good to go. So let's do a crazy thing and book a singles match. And since there's someone who is gonna have a spot on the pay-per-view, but not in a match, but we should get him heated up a little bit. So let's give Rick Martel a win. See, this is why the Italian Stallion is here. He's probably jobbed to Rick Martel before. Yes, he has. But you know what? It was in March of 1994. So, it was a while ago. Martel can beat him. And then we got 3 more minutes. We could book like a promo. Or we could even do like a post-match thing here. Although I don't want to just do another 6-man fight. That's crazy. I'm just gonna add 3 minutes to the main event. Fuck it. You all got 20 minutes. Cook. Warriors. Warriors mad, and we are overusing all of our... overusing everybody. Cool. Alright. Let's put this in some kind of order. We gotta open with that, horseman promo for sure. And then... And let's do this. And then this. And this. Yeah, that is the show. I don't know, man. 90. Okay, 96. That's good. That is good. I was hoping this to do 90 plus. $78 for these guys yelling and screaming. I will take an 80 on this match. I will take that for sure. And then, you know what? The game was right. I did overuse these guys. This is 3 segments on these two mid card feuds. That is a lot. You know a TEW, when you're right, you're right. 70 classic squash match. Oh, Rick Martel has a gimmick that's getting stale. Damn, maybe he needs like a completely new gimmick. He can't play dominant comedy, badass, legitimate Weasley underdog. Oh, he can't do fucking shit. All right, well let's give him swagger because he's joining the Horsemen. Let's call successful model. Is that? I think that's kind of safe. Let's call it unique and safe. That's a interesting quadrant. Ultimate Warrior has risen from the dead. How bad is this match going to be? Chat, do you think this match is going to break a 60? I think it might not. Oh, 83. We're good. We're good. Everything's good. I thought Warrior might be so bad that he, like, killed the match. 65. That's, like, what he always gets. I mean, JPL got a 46. That's not great. I don't know if this JPL push is really going to go anywhere, but hey, we're going to try, you know? $88 for these guys yelling and screaming. They forgot to talk about Tenru, but that's fine. This advanced the storyline. Then 88 main event. Good. Good main event. Good, solid main event match. 85. Oh, wow. It was not kidding about the... We got triple dinged for those overused. That... I guess I gotta note that for the future. Those are not suggestions. That is the game telling you, like, get these motherfuckers off the show. What are you doing? Why do you have 3 Battle Cat segments? Alright. Okay. Alright. I see how it is, game. You know what? The Maritimes don't care. Yeah, we can check JPL's pop. I'm hoping it's at least moved the needle a little bit. I mean, it is up a lot. I will say that. He gained 9 points just from beating Warrior in that match. So like it's moving. He's still got a long way to go, but it's moving. We really need his charisma and microphone and his star quality. We really need all those to hit for us because everything else has been like not the best. Also, when we change him to the horseman, I think we gotta change his picture to something like you can't be in the horseman dressed like this. He probably needs another year under Corny. I mean, for sure, yeah. Oh, that. Is there Triple H? Oh, there's Triple H. Okay. Wow, that's wow. I mean, these are these are. I mean, it's either this one or this one, but this one feels too late. This feels like 1998 Triple H. You know what I mean? This. I guess we're gonna keep it with the fucking John Paul Levesque. Try Hunter. It would be crazy if there was also Hunter, but sure. No. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this feels like it's a little too like 1999 Triple H, but it's still better than fucking this. Oh, there was a Hunter Hearst Helmsley? God, fucking. I don't love this either. I mean, this is like his face the right era, but he wouldn't be dressed like this in the Horseman. You know, he's not doing this gimmick really, even though I think we did give him that gimmick. In fact, what is your gimmick? Oh, it's Flair's protege. Okay, yeah. No, he's gonna be wearing suits. Listen, if there's Hunter, if there are pictures in this database under Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and HHH, like what the fuck are we doing? I'm gonna be pissed. You gotta get that shit together. No, there's no HHH. Hello, Mike. Today. Honestly, he looks like Rick Martel. Well, oh shit, Ogawa's gone. The the big fucking four. Moving on. Ogawa, Tully, Warrior, Bart Gunn. WWF's about to go crazy. Oh, Inoki's here. Let's go. I forgot we signed Liz Mark Jr. Razor also gone. I mean, that's one WWF could do something with, I think. Like, we couldn't do anything with him. You know what? He doesn't even have much star quality. That just seems like he has not very good stats in this. Listen, Bart Gunn had his, the Cowboys versus the band. He was all involved in that, and then he's never had anything to do since then, really. Um, I assume we're putting you on Nitro. That just seems like where you belong. I don't know what we're gonna do with Inoki, but we'll figure something out. Yeah, Saturn left. He was in Smoky Mountain. That wasn't really a big deal. See, this isn't the right photo of Zandig. Zandig in 1995 is doing a fucking Ultimate Warrior gimmick. Where is Zandig's face paint? Where is Zandig in the tassels? This is bullshit. I really genuinely have no idea what Inoki is doing. Um, he's old and his skills, they're pretty deteriorated, right? Like at this point, he can do a little tech and a little puro, and that's about it. But he's very over. He is a god in Japan, and because of the spillover thing they added in TW9, he's very over here as well. And I think he speaks English. I think that was one of the reasons. Yes, he speaks fluent English. I don't know. It feels like he should maybe be like the head of a stable or something, and like kind of use him the same. Oh yeah, he should probably be a trainer. That's probably a good idea. Maybe use him the same way we use like Jesse Ventura or like Dusty Rhodes, like that kind of. Dusty Rhodes is probably the best comp because like he's the head of a stable, and we would use them occasionally in like 6-man tags and stuff. Like that's probably the best use of Inoki at this point. Well, I don't really want to take Steamboat or Tenru out of the trainer's role. Because those, like, especially going into this pay per view where they both have big matches, I don't want to piss them off. So I'm probably just going to leave them. For now. Oh, can we rope Inoki into like the Kobashi face turn? Can we do like an Inoki Kobashi Sting and like a young guy? Well, I guess Kobashi would be the young guy. Some kind of is there something there? Is that insane? No, you all have to deal with the fog of war. We all have to guess on if this person is good or not. Just like real life, baby. 79 people in Manitoba. We're taking Canada over eventually. One of these days. You all just watch. Alright, here we go. Sold out. Oh, the very period inappropriate logo here. In fact, is there a better one? Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, now we're talking. Now we're talking. This one, I think, with just the WCW logo. I think that's what, because this is not an NWO event. And as always, let's spend a bunch of money on a set. Alright, there we go. That's better. No nights off. Let's see. We are going to draw a lot of people. Oh, I oversaturated the Mid-South. Okay. So we're not going there. We could do 26 in the Southwest. That seems like a good bet. Is Jesse still part of the NWO on screen? Yes, technically. We've kind of evolved past the... like his use because like we had him talking for like Masawa and stuff, and Masawa can speak English now, so he just cuts promos. But yeah, I believe he is still seconding all those guys when they go out there. Oh, Utah. Okay. Oh, nothing's in like the 26. Okay. Tri-state. Is there anywhere we could run? Thompson Boiling Arena. Yeah, sure. Let's go to the University of Tennessee. Alright, let's see what the game does when I hit automatic selection. It does TV Asahi. Okay. Rest in piss Nippon TV. Except not really. We still have, I think Nitro and Saturday Night are still on Nippon TV. So, hey, we love you guys. Everything's cool. Why has there not been a pay-per-view in Hawaii? Because it would draw 200 people. Alright, here we go. Give me some finishes. Give me, alright, likely, I mean, that is a finish. Oh, that is okay. Alright. Give me one near certainty so I feel good about the main event. You sons of bitches. Steve Kern has showed up. And he's friends with Dusty Rhodes. Well, any friend of Dusty Rhodes is a friend of mine. Cactus and Sean Waltman did karaoke. Great. Shockmaster got into an argument with Bobby Heenan. Alright. It's Rick Rude and Tenryu have... Okay. Alright. Maybe Inoki should be a locker room leader. Seems like these guys have some tension. Why is Stan even here? I guess he must be in the inner circle in some capacity. Todd Champion's been hanging out with Magnum TA. Okay, sure. Dan Spivey has a creative finish. Yeah, we'll use that any day now. Kurt Hennig has a character idea. All right. Training. All right. We do have the Inspire. Well, let's use it. You gotta give these people in Tennessee the best sold out they've ever had. Alright, starting with the main event. The most logical way to book your show. Stunning Steve. Ricky Steamboat. Do you have the stamina to go like long? 7280. Steamboat, I mean 9200. Alright, I'm gonna give these guys like 25 minutes open slow build. Which I might regret. Austin is gonna simply win. Do we have a near certainty? Please tell me we have one near certainty. Damn, I don't have a single near certainty. That's crazy. I have one for Rick Rude. And I have one for Sabu. Yeah, I don't have... Do we do the safe bet for this, or do we just let them cook? I think I don't... No, I mean, if we're going to use it, we should use it in the main event. Let's give them the safe bet. But if it backfires, I'm going to be upset. Alright. Ric Flair and Kurt Hennig. I think I'm also going to give them a long time. your stamina. Oh, 71, 79 is not as... I thought Rick would have more, but I suppose not. Both these guys are actually not as... Alright. I'm going to go like 18 then. So let's go... Ric Flair wins. With interference. From John Paul and Rick Martel. And then we're going to do we're going to do a beatdown afterwards. We're going to do a good old horseman beatdown where we're going to have Arn and Kurt beat up by the new four horsemen, which is Ric Flair, Tenryu, JPL, and Rick Martel. And they're going to beat those four guys up, and they're all going to hold up the four. Let's fix the horseman. John Paul, you are the heir. And then Rick and Tenryu, you guys are just members. This has to be the most batshit, like, four horsemen anyone's ever come up with. This is just fucking insane. Did we have a Ric Flair creative finish? See, we have an Arn Anderson safe bet, which almost makes me go like, oh, we do have a Ric Flair. We have a Ric Flair safe bet. Let's fucking go. Alright, I don't know why fucking Piper versus Avalanche and Finley is this high on the fucking thing, but apparently it is. So let's just book it. I kind of want to do a wild brawl, but I know Finley's good for it and Funk is good for it. Avalanche, that is a wide range. Piper's not very good. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 10 minutes. We're gonna do wild brawl, and I don't think Mr. Piper is gonna be staying around much. I don't remember how long of a contract we gave him. I think it was only 3 or 6 months. But he's kind of in cheeks, so I want Dave Finley to just pin Roddy Piper. That's what I want to happen here. Road age. Okay, well, get the fucking... Get him out of there, then. Harley Race, you do it. Oh, Roddy Piper is cool with jobbing to him. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Randy and Eddie. I would love for Randy Savage to drop this TV title to Eddie Guerrero. I would love that so much. I don't think he's going to, but I would be like really fucking grateful if he did that. What's the pop difference? 85 versus 80. It's not that far. It's not that far. 16. Open. Your winner of the match, Eddie Guerrero. Unhappy. Okay. Let's try just asking him. Hey, Macho Man. How would you feel about putting over Eddie Guerrero in a match? I'm not interested in putting anyone over. Okay. Way ahead of you. So here's the thing. We could keep him strong, but that's going to tank the match. And he's going to be unhappy. But the Macho Man is kind of always unhappy. So I'm really thinking about, like, hey, what if Eddie just won? Oh, we do have a Randy Savage safe bet, though. But the whole point of this feud is to put Eddie over. Eddie's winning. Oh, we've tried to give Macho Man money before. It doesn't work. He just sucks up all our money. And then he's still mad. Tag titles. The Steiners versus Vampiro and Widowmaker. What a match this is. Rick, Scott, Vampiro, the Widowmaker. The Steiners are just going to win this match. You know what? Let's, they have a 3-on-2. Let's do, like, botched interference from the Shockmaster. He could, break through a wall and accidentally distract his teammates or something. I don't know if we're going to use a creative finisher. We might be good on this one. Maybe if we have a specific Rick or Scott Steiner. We don't. Yeah, I think we're just going to let this one be as is. Cactus and Dan Severn. Do you brawl, Dan? No, not really. You're a tech guy. This might be a weird match. I'm surprised Cactus's pop is only 70. I feel like so many people have put him over. He's actually down recently. And I feel like Dan has been at 70 forever. Yeah, that's where he lives. I don't see any reason for Cactus to lose this match. So he won't. Give them 16. Cactus goes over. Bing, bang, boom. Arn and Tenru. I'm going to give them like 18 as well. I kind of feel like Tenru just showed up on this brand and should win. But also, like, it's not like he's a new guy. People know him. What's really... Alright. We have an Arn Anderson safe bet. I think I'm going to use it. I think I'm going to have Arn win this. Let's do botched interference for Ric Flair. Actually, no. Let's just have him win. Let's just have Arn win. Oh! Tenru says, no, sir. All right. There goes our creative finish. How do you guys feel about a draw? How do you guys feel about like a 20-minute time limit draw? Still unhappy. Wow. Tenru said, I'm going over, brother. Alright, listen, we got to establish this new horseman group. Let's give Tenru the win. I have one more normal last safe bet. Let's use it. And I want to do a promo. This will be later in the night. It'll be Rick congratulating Tenryu. And then, you know, teasing that he has a trick up his sleeve for his match with Kurt. Okay. And then we have Richard Slinger and Battle Cat as our final match. Richard Slinger's got to win this match. I'm going to give them storytelling because I don't think I've given anyone storytelling yet. And, well, someone's got to do it. 12 minutes storytelling. Let's give Richard Slinger a tainted victory. I don't imagine there's... our product gives us bonuses for stock bumps. I don't think we're that kind of promotion. Battle Cat is furious, really? Damn. Actually, damn. Wow, star quality 35. And he has 74 pop? Huh. Oh, he is a lot more popular, Richard. I gotta give it to him. All right, let's have Battle Cat win this match by intentional disqualification when Richard Slinger hits him with a chair or some shit. You know what? In fact, let's do an angle afterwards where he continues the attack. Can't believe we fucked around and got Battle Cat over. There's someone else that like needs to be on the show, though I'm sure we will book a stupid dark match. Don't forget to move the Battle Cat match to main event. Nice try. All right, let's book a couple promos and then we'll call it a show. Let's see. Oh, Eddie should celebrate after that. That makes a lot of sense. Eddie celebrates TV title victory. I feel like there's a 50-50 chance Randy Savage is just gonna like quit. So Battle Cat was a little bit over when we signed him. That was why we signed him, because WWE let God, what's his actual name? Bob Bradley. Bob Bradley like got a push kind of in WWF. You know, he had like 50. He had like 50. Actually, he's like really up recently. I have no idea. I don't know. We gained him 20 points a pop. I'm gonna give Vampiro a brief uh, a brief promo backstage where he's going to talk about the match he's about to have, uh, but also he's going to talk about how you'll never see Ultimate Warrior now for real. You're never going to see Ultimate Warrior ever again. What a week it's been for the Coven. We got rid of some Warrior once and for all, and now we're going to win the tag team titles. Let's start putting this in order, and then I'll see if I need. I think we open with Arn and Tenru. That's a very good opener. Slinger and Battle Cat. I think Rick would probably go right before his actually. So let's put that up here. Catches her stand. Coven promo. I mean, if we just want to juice the numbers, which we always do, we could do our classic backstage. The main eventers hype the main event. And yeah, let's put something between these two matches. Let's give. Let's do the same thing, but with Randy and Eddie. All right. And then dark match. Is there anything we want to do here? Who's left? I mean, Kamala and Ken Shamrock are here. Got the Fantastics. The aforementioned Al Perez. Blindness. What the fuck are you doing here? Honestly, there's not even like a dark match where I'm like, we gotta get those guys on, but let's do something. The Fantastics and Ken Shamrock and Kamala, baby. We'll take on the heel team of Eddie Gilbert, Doug Gilbert, Al Perez, that's why he sells the job, and Dan Spivey. What a match. Ken Shamrock's gonna win. He's the only guy here I'm really doing anything with long term. Yeah, we should probably check Martel and JPL at some point, but I don't want to tip the hand too much, you know. I know I say this before every pay-per-view I run, but I don't know if this one's getting 100. What's mostly worrying me is we don't have a single near certainty creative finish. And I do kind of fear without those juicing the card, we might, we might get a 98. Um, but you know what? You gotta believe, so I'm gonna say 100. All right, let's see. I mean, we got a 77 for this, just absolutely nothing. Wow, Ken Shamrock got a 90? All right, he brought his working boots. I mean, if this is a sign of the rest of the show, it's going to be a great card. Macho will be. Yeah, but like if Macho tanks that match, it's in the middle card. It won't kill the show. It would have to get like a 20 to kill the show, and it won't do that. Let's go. Let's go. 99 opener from Arn and Tenru. Hell yeah. That rocks. An 82 for Richard Slinger and the Cat? We take. We take that for sure. And then Slinger beat the shit out of him with a steel chair. '84. Cactus and Dan. Just I feel like both these guys are just kind of what they are. They are like guys with 70 pop who give me like an 80 something match rating, and that might just be both their ceilings. I mean, Dan's for sure because his star quality was real low. Cactus we could maybe get more over, but not probably not much. I'm sorry. Is this an 86 Vampiro promo? What is happening? Oh, you know what? We did inspire them before this. Maybe everyone is just fucking jacked. Let's go. I mean, this was all Steiners, but let's go. 87 for the Steiners versus the Coven. That's crazy. Widowmaker was the weak link. I could have told you that going into it. But hey, Vampiro got an 83. Of these people that we have taken recently, I've been like, all right, let's give them a big push. I do feel like Vampiro is at least going somewhere. It was a long, winding road, but I think it might actually... It went a lot better than Razor Ramon. Let's put it that way. 79. Oh, I forgot Randy was probably going to tank this. You know what? The match got a 95. Consummate professional, that Randy Savage. Oh, they had excellent chemistry. Yeah, that's why we ran it back. And Eddie Guerrero is your TV champion. We have a face champion on this brand. That's good. They need it. I did kind of realize, literally on that Go Home show, where I was like, oh, all the champions on this brand are heels. That's not good. 80. Dave Finley broke his ankle. Oh, that sucks. I don't think that's one you come back quickly from. And he won the match, too. That means he had to crawl over to him with a broken ankle. Submitted him with an Indian deathlock with a broken ankle? Brother. Yes, thank you, Harley. 96 for Ric Flair telling Tenru he's got an ace up his sleeve. Another 99. Good. What are our changes? Oh, yeah. All right, good. His successful model gimmick is great. Gives a large penalty to charisma during matches at angles. Great. '76 for the new Horsemen. John Paul Levesque stomped some guys and held up a 4, and he was very underwhelming. Not ideal. Not great. All right, hype. Good. Good. All right, give us 100. Give us 100. Come on, give us 100. Oh, we'll take a 99. All right, I guess. This show's for sure getting 100. Unless we didn't get the bonus, but I think we got the bonus. Yeah, it's a great match. All of our finishes hit. I was a little worried with, like, all safe bets that one of them might not go through. But it hit. Boys, that's a 100. We can't not get 100s on a pay-per-view. GG too easy. No, this show rocked, though. I mean, what, 399 matches? 399s and a 95? That's a hell of a show. Hell of a show. Like, a couple of these 100 shows, I've been like, I don't know, I'd actually deserve. But, like, I think even without the bonus, this show gets like a 97 or a 98 or something. Like, this was a very good show. All right. Hey, Randy. We love you, brother. Pointing out is a good example. Let's see. Who else? I mean, all those guys that got 90. Oh, Dave Finley broke your ankle. That sucks, man. And then who do we want to put over for their match? Do we do it for Austin and Steamboat? Do we do it for Rick and Kurt? Do we do it for Arn and Tenru? Let's do it for Arn and Tenru. Everyone's pleased. 54 days. That's not as bad as I thought. I thought a broken ankle might be like 3 months. But I mean, he's like, he can only do angles, so he's like out. So that's not good for him. Financial report, we made $2.7 million. You know, I could have spent more than 50K on that set. Pop recap. Here we go. How do we get a better foothold in New England? Is it just is 77 just the max there? Scrum time. You recently had some success with WCW being voted the Company of the Year. You must see this as a validation of your booking. Yes, I'm very happy with the award. Everyone at WCW should be proud. I work with a lot of talented people. They deserve the credit. I'm very proud that my booking led to this award. It's just from a website. It doesn't really... everyone should be proud. WCW recently won the Show of the Year for WCW and Worlds Collide. Your thoughts? That was indeed a great show. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Bull Nakano recently got voted as Wrestler of the Year. Do you agree with that choice? I agree with the choice 100%. WCW very well less on the U.S. market. All your competitors were left in the dust. Do you consider yourself to be the undisputed market leader? Yeah, I'm going to bury WWF. So I'm surprised you've done it. We give the fans great shows. We're just getting started. I take it for granted. I don't want all the competition. Let's just say we give the fans a great show. Rick and Scott Steiner recently got voted Tag Team of the Year. Yes. Okay, that was a pretty pointless scrum. It was just like, hey, all you guys won awards. Do you like that for them? Yeah, I like that for them. Okay, thank you. Wow, that's our second Gimp Mask Wrestler on the stream tonight. That's crazy. All right. Oh, Kamala's contract is ending. Beautiful. Because I was just wondering if I needed to do anything about that. Lightning Kid. Okay. Oh, we signed him to an exclusive. That's probably what that was. Yeah, definitely hurt. Rick Steiner is a... This is especially funny because Magnum is managing Rick Steiner, so it's him sending me an email being like, "Hey, you know that guy I manage? Yeah, he's a good talker." It's like, yeah, well, you're managing him, buddy. You saying you don't need a job? 740,000 buys for sold out, and 350,000 views. So that would be what we got on TV Asahi. So 1 million overall. I mean, it's pretty good. No, there was no surgery available for Finley. Just gotta let it heal. Put it in the old walking boot or whatever. Alright, so let's see here. Next up is Super Brawl, which we've already laid out. And then after that would be Spring Stampede in March. So we have to figure out what we're building to for Spring Stampede. So let's get the old Notepad out. So this is what we're doing for Super Brawl. We're doing Austin Invader. We're doing Misawa and Sting with something with Kobashi. I don't know. Maybe we'll do like special referee or something like that. Special enforcer. I don't know. We'll do something dumb like that. We got this triple threat. We got Sabu Bam Bam, Jumbo Pillman, Ultimo versus Negro Casas. Nightmares versus Rude and Marty? Question mark. Everything after this is kind of like in the air. Owen and Regal versus Jericho and Storm. Women's title is happening. So let's figure out what we're building to for Spring Stampede. I mean, I don't want to alarm you guys, but Austin's going to retain. So if Austin retains, what baby faces are there on this brand? There's Arn, although the Horsemen guys are going to be clogged up in that. There are not many baby faces on Saturday. Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, there's Eddie, but he just won the TV title. There's Ken Shamrock and Dan Severn. I don't think either one of them. I mean, if we really fucking like, because he's got 80 star quality, if we like really rocket strapped Ken Shamrock for 2 months, we could maybe do it. But Takada, come back. Takada, stop doing MMA. Takada, you would have such a good match with Steve Austin. Steiner's. I mean, we've done the Scott Steiner match before, and it did very well when he took on Stan Hansen. But I also don't know if I want to get in the habit of, like, every time there's a fucking no one to go to, we have a Scott Steiner match, and then he loses. Like, that's not good for him long term. Yeah, it's... Yeah. Okay, it's Spring Stampede. Maybe we do a big gimmick match. Maybe that's the drawing point. Maybe we do, like, you know, the Bunkhouse Brawl or the Spring Stampede, you know, I don't know. The Stampede match or some shit like that. And we do like a big like in fact, why don't we write that down? Let's write down big gimmick match. 4 Horsemen versus Kurt Arn. I think the Steiners. I think you put the Steiners in. Those are go-to big-time baby faces. We don't really have a tag team for them to for them to challenge. Let's just throw them in there. TV title, I would like to do Eddie versus Vampiro. I think that will be good. Like, looking at this, the only babyface that could, like, maybe wrestle Steve Austin is Shamrock or, like, Terry Funk. Oh, Terry's not even that bad. Terry is the same level as, like, Battle Cat, which is fucking crazy. uh... Cactus or Shamrock, then Cactus or... Actually, like, genuinely, unironically, Takada, when are you coming back? You would, if you were coming back, that would be fucking huge. 10th of May. 10th of May? Holy, it's January. You're gone for so long, dude. Okay, alright. Inoki versus Austin. Oh, I mean, Inoki has the star quality, but his stats are pretty cooked. But it is interesting. Because right now I have Inoki on Nitro, but he hasn't even debuted yet, so we could obviously just move him. Yeah, I don't think he can. What was he getting in his matches in New Japan before they let him go? Oh, he wasn't wrestling. Oh, he just not 95. Okay. Give me like a single... Although it doesn't look like he's doing any singles matches. Alright. What was he getting in? Yeah, he was getting a 68. He was getting a 68 in Japan, where he has like 97 pop. So he's cooked. So that's going to be a no for me, dog, on the Antonio Inoki match. Right now, when it comes to this brand and the baby faces, I am taking a long, hard look at Ken Shamrock going for the WCW title, which is crazy. And I am taking a long, hard look at, like, I don't know, fucking Battle Cat? Steamboat again? I mean, we could just run Steamboat back. It was a very good match. But there was not much of a storyline with them to begin with. Although someone pitched Battle Cat and Cactus, and I think that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, the Battle Cat match would be crazy. But, like, he's a babyface, it could be him. Alright. I am tentatively going to put... I mean, Steamboat just lost, though. There's really not even... There would not be much reasoning to do the match again. Other than it was good. Oh, Steamboat says if he loses, he won't challenge again ever. That is a thing he could do. Or we could do, like... Yeah, some kind of stipulation. Yeah, that would work. Let's just do it again. No one's going to complain about watching a second Steve Austin and Ricky Steamboat match. I guess we'll also finish off Avalanche versus Funk. I think we'll keep that going. Although this being 2 months out, I don't know if there's 2 more months of Avalanche and Terry Funk, but we'll figure something out. I like Cactus versus Battle Cat for the U.S. title. I like it. Three, 4, 5, 6. So we need like 2 more. All right, Savage is not doing anything. We need a match for Savage. So he should wrestle. He should probably wrestle. You know what? Savage could be in a tag team, and we could do Savage and a partner versus like Oh no, Shamrock and Severin. I don't think they have any fucking tag chemistry, which has always been a problem. We just did Cactus vs. Shamrock. We did Cactus vs. Shamrock like 2 pay-per-views ago, I think. Was it at Starrcade? Yeah, it was at Starrcade. Cactus and Shamrock. Okay, I think I need to start focusing more on Shamrock as the star of this group instead of Severin. Because he has 54 star quality and Shamrock has 80. So I am going to write down Ken Shamrock versus Randy Savage. Because that should be good. And also, if we could get Randy to put Shamrock over, which is going to be a tough ask because he just put over Eddie Guerrero, but if we could get him to put over Shamrock, then maybe Shamrock at the next Saturday night, pay-per-view could challenge Austin, right? That's 7 matches. Is there anyone else who I'm like, damn, who are we missing? Arn, Avalanche booked. Kurt. Yep, all of our major stars are booked. Wow, they only have 2 stars. That's wild. Eddie and Funk. We're also both booked. This is a top-heavy brand. Okay, Cactus. Severin is available, I guess. Severin versus the Widowmaker. Can we give Dan Spivey his Way of the Mercy character? I mean, I wouldn't. I guess we could. The only thing I would do with him is he would be like fodder for Vampiro's group. Like I don't have any fondness for Waylon Mercy. Damn. Undercard on this brand is kind of rough, huh? What's going on in Smoky Mountain? There's not going to be anyone like over down here, which sucks. Lismark Jr. Yeah. Just out of curiosity, because I don't think we've looked at available people. Well, usually I just look for like, hey, who's like show me good people. But is there anyone like with a little bit of overness? Is there anyone with like 30 pop? Oh, there's a lot of people with 30 pop. All right. Fuck it. Let's go through the list. So we're looking for someone to wrestle Dan Severn. I mean, honestly, right off the bat, Akira Maeda would be a great match for Dan Severn. If we're looking for someone to wrestle Dan Severn, let's look for someone with like 90 tech. I mean, it's literally Akira Maeda. Or Atlantis. That's crazy. What's your pop, Atlantis? 46. Oh, it's more than Maeda's. That's interesting. Bobby Eaton, bringing him back. Brad, who is this? What happened to the Olympians alongside Ken Patera? Oh, he's okay. So he's a 14-year veteran. Yeah. Satanico, Skida. Skida has 30 pop, so he does. Solar, Tom Davis. Tom Davis. Not familiar. Alright, so here's the thing. The person coming in to wrestle Severn has to be a heel. I don't know if Atlantis can be a heel. So I think we're going to go with Maeda, who is certainly a heel. And we're going to have to bring him in on a handshake deal because he works rings. He's the fucking owner of rings. But it should be fine. Oh, Inoki hates him. Yeah, alright. Atlantis, you want to... Fucking unbelievable. Honestly, man, you can be handshake. I don't know if we... Well, maybe we should... Let's look at this. You know what? Maybe Dan Severn should be a heel. I don't know. Maybe that's what we do. I think I'm signing Atlantis either way. We'll figure that part out later. Actually, maybe we do a Severn Shamrock breakup. Maybe that's what we do. Face or heel, yeah. I think because Dan is very stale, is what he's doing, and we want Ken to stay as a face. Yeah, let's actually break Dan and Ken up. And then Randy Savage versus Atlantis. Boom, done. Okay, that worked well. I think. I don't know. We'll see. Randy Savage versus Atlantis is really weird. But I don't know. I don't know who else he would wrestle because we just turned Randy heel. We can't turn him face, so we need a face for him to wrestle. Oh, Nitro is tonight. Oh, it's 10. Boy, that Notepad time really went crazy. All right, is that 8 matches? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's only fucking 7 because this one takes up 2 lines. That's what happens when you put all of your big stars in a big 8-man tag. It's probably not the best idea. So there is still an 8th slot open, but you know what? This is 2 months out. So I'm just going to write 8th spot open because we got time to see if someone gets hot or something. We bring a new person in, something. What if Savage goes to Nitro and then Saturday receives another babyface? I feel like we've been moving a lot of people from Nitro to Saturday night. We had Eddie go over, we had Tenru go over. I don't know. It's weird how that keeps happening. But yeah, we can look at who are faces on Nitro. I mean, everyone that's here is like doing stuff. Yeah, there's not really anyone now I'm like, oh, we should send them. Although someone like Jumbo would be kind of interesting, I suppose, but it's a shame that Inoki is like completely cooked because he would have slotted right into like top babyface on Saturday night. All right, I think we're gonna call it there. I don't think I got another Nitro in me. Um, so that went well. That was another 100 pay-per-view. We're cooking on those pay-per-views. We got Super Brawl in 27 days. Which, I mean, you know, Austin Vader, Masawa Sting, Hanson Gordy, Dr. Death. I mean, that's going to be another really good pay-per-view. And then AEW, like I said, outside chance maybe it could happen on Saturday this week, but it's probably not going to happen. But I'll let you know if we decide we can do it. It'll be either the community note on YouTube or on the Twitter I use for our podcast, which I never really plug, but it's at TIR Wrestling, which is also the podcast I do with my friends Skiff and SBR. We talk about AEW, Japan, indie wrestling, stuff like that. Go check that out if you ever feel like it. But yeah, we'll be back next Tuesday for WCW. AEW maybe Saturday, but probably like next Thursday. If you're watching on YouTube, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe. Come watch live Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 o'clock Eastern, twitch.tv/Swarls. And that's it. Night, everybody.